So when you use up tape, you're always left with these, and I don't like to throw them away, even though they can be recycled. So what can you do with these? Well, they fit on my wrist, so you could turn them into a bangle, which I'm going to show you in another video. But I need a large pincushion because I don't have one, and I wanted to be able to have it beside me. So what I'm going to do is turn it into a pincushion. I've got myself a piece of cotton cloth here that I love the picture image of, and it just needs a bit of an iron out, and then it will be ready to go. And then I'll show you how I'm going to make this. So I've got my piece of material ironed out, and now what I'm going to do is pop myself a bowl over the top of this, so I've got something nice and round to be able to use to cut round. Now, I'm not doing any measurements here. I'm only doing it by eye, and I think this will be enough. Big enough piece. And then all I've got to do is cut that out around there. These are the scissors I try and keep just for material, because if not, I use my scissors for everything. Then when I try and cut material, it wouldn't cut anything. I'm trying to cut this as accurately as possible. I love this bee material. It's so cute. Now, if I had something that I could iron on as a backing on this, just to stiffen up this material a little bit more, I would. But I don't, so I can't. I thought I did, but I don't. Now, there's not going to be any machines in this at all, cutting or sewing. So there we go. That's fairly round, I think. And that's plenty big enough for that. And now what I'm going to do is cut myself out some foam. Now, I got this foam. I think I used it for upholstery or something like that. I can't remember what I used it for, to be honest. It might even be packaging. No, I don't think it is packaging foam. But you could probably use some packaging foam. Now, what I want to do is cut that out. So I'm going to need a fairly new blade in my knife. I love making things like this. And it's going to cost me next to nothing to make. I'm going to go around that with this sharp blade. And as you can see, that is cutting that beautifully. So I'm doing it as small sections as I go. I'm sure there is a proper thing that you can buy to do this with, but I'm not spending out money just to make these. There we are. That looks all right. Now I'm going to go around and trim it up a little bit. This looks fine. And now what I'm going to do is round off these edges as well. Yeah, and that fits in there really well. Now, at the moment, this doesn't have any weight to it, which is really annoying. I want it to be heavy so it will sit still while I'm doing something, so I don't just knock it like that and knock it over. I want it to have a bit of weight to it. So I think the best way to add a bit of weight to it is going to be used to pour something in it. So I need to make a base. So I've got a piece of cardboard. This was from an old notepad. You know me, I don't throw anything away. And all I'm going to do is cut round that. And I'm cutting on the inside because I want it to fit quite neatly onto here. So I've cut my rough base out, and what I'm going to do is go around here with some hot glue. Oh, some days I wish I didn't have a tremor. Make life so much easier. Now I've got that on, I'm just going to squeeze that glue around there. Push that on, let that set. And then I'm just going to go around the edge on here as well, so that I don't have anywhere to leak when I put my stuff in it. Trim up my overlap, wherever that is. And now I've got a solid little base, which I can put something on at the end. And that is nice and secure in there. What I'm also going to do is just take my knife and put some scratches inside of that. Not very deep, just a few going all the way around, because that will make it adhere to that a lot easier. There we go. So I've mixed up myself some resin-crete, and now I'm going to add some sand to it. Give it that little bit of extra weight. Mix that in. And now I'm going to pour that into there. I only want it to go up about halfway. And now I let that cure. And while that's curing, I can get on with making the top bit. Put that to one side. Have a little clean up, because I don't want to get resin-crete on anything. And now I need to attach that cloth to that. And that is about the right size, which is excellent news. So I've got myself some extra tough cotton. I hope this works. There is a chance that it might not, because I am making this up as I go along. I don't know if you noticed. So I've got my needle threaded now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in just a little bit there, like that, and bring my stitch all the way through. I've put quite a large knot in the back of that. And now all I'm going to do is sew all the way around there with these large stitches. hopefully my idea that's in my head is going to work, but I don't know. I think it will. What do you think? Well, that's dry now, and I just need for it to finish drying out completely, so I will leave that in there for about 24 hours, and that has got a really nice weight to it now, so it's not going to just shoot off or slide off whenever I use this. You don't have to put the weight in it. If you want it nice and light, you could even put some straps on it and strap it to your hand. So now I've got my stitches going all the way around that. What I'm going to do is place that roughly in the middle. One of the B's to be able to be there. B. And now all I'm going to do is pull that tight like that. Oh, it goes round that piece of foam. Now I've still got my needle threaded. And now what I'm going to quickly do is once that's pulled tight, there we go. And that's why I want to use the extra strong thread or whatever it's called. I'm just going to wrap that round there once or twice and then push my needle through, sew that in place so it doesn't come undone. So now I've got that all the way sewed down. I'm just going to tie that off and that shouldn't come undone now. And let's see if that fits in there. Oh, it does. Fits in there. Lovely, look. Woohoo! I think this is going to work. So that's been drying long enough now, and all I'm going to do is go around it and give it a quick sand all the way over. And that's to get off any of the little bits of glue that I've used and to try and make it a little bit more flush with the base. Oh, that's better. So before I do anything else, let's put that out of the way so I don't mess that up. I'm going to quickly paint the outside white, and all I'm going to be using for that is a little bit of acrylic paint. It probably needs 2 coats. I'm doing the edge as well, just in case that shows. So that's all nice and dry now, and what I'm going to do is cut myself something to decoupage around the edge of that. I think that should be enough. Yeah, more than enough. So I'm going to cut this a little bit wider than I actually need because I want to tuck it on the bottom and I want to tuck it on the top. So that's the one I want. I'm going to cut it there. Smooth that off. And I've done quite a bright piece of napkin. Now I want to pull the 2 layers off that are underneath there because I don't want it that thick. Now I'm going to lay that out nice and straight like that. And using some good old school glue or PVA glue, white glue that I've watered down a little bit, all I'm going to do is paste that onto there. Going all the way around and getting it on everywhere. And then I'm going to roll that onto my piece. Fray this edge so it's not a straight line. Bit of this glue on there as well. And then fold that top in by going around. I'm going to paint some glue on the top of that and round the inside edge. And then push that onto there. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Flop that over. Nice technical term there. And then do the same for it on here as well. And now I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to quickly dry it with a hairdryer, actually, the base. So that's all nice and dry now. What I'm going to do is, to protect this, I'm going to go over it again, now it's dry, with some of this PVA glue and let that dry. If you don't want to do this bit, you can always go over it with some varnish. This hasn't taken very long at all to make. Literally, I've done this in, if I hadn't have been recording, I would have probably got this far in about 25-30 minutes with waiting. But you do have to wait for the resin-crete to dry, obviously. You could make loads of these and sell them. I think they'd be quite popular. And they cost next to nothing. Really, the only thing that's cost me any money is the resin-crete inside. And I did buy the napkin. The material I got given to me. But you could use old scrap material. Well, I think that's looking really pretty as just a little pot, but I want to take it further. What I've done is I've cut out some of this sticky black felt on my Cricut, but you can buy these pieces like this already done, and this is going to be its base, and this is very sticky, this stuff, so you get one chance. There we go. So I've stuck that on there. That makes it look a little bit more luxurious. So that's on there nicely now, and that will help it stop it from sliding. So all I need to do is now connect this into the top there. So I'm going to use hot glue to start with. I'm going to put some hot glue in the middle there and push that into it. And then what I'm going to do is lift it back out like that. Put some hot glue going round and letting that stick into there. And I'll do that all the way around. So the last thing I'm going to do is I've got this bit of ribbon here that I've cut to about the right size. And all I'm going to do now is glue this on here. going all the way around. That should finish it off completely. Putting a bead on the material and against that edge that I made. There we go. And to finish that little cut edge where the ribbon joins, if I can find it. There it is. I've got this little artificial, this little rose that I bought in a pack. Just glue that onto there. I'm really pleased with how that's come out. I think that looks so pretty. The test is going to be, is it going to work as a pin cushion? Oh, and it is. Look at that. That works so well as a pin cushion. I'm really pleased with that. Well, that's worked out even better than I thought it would, to be honest. Even better than I had it pictured in my head. I'm loving the way that looks. Really useful. It's got a nice weight to it. It's not going to knock off easily. And I know what I'm like for knocking things off. So simple to make, and yet very practical. Costs next to nothing to make as well. If you want to learn more about some of the things I've upcycled and how really interesting they turned out, then check out the video that's coming up now. Boot that like button, but most of all, enjoy your crafting. Take care. Bye.